Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of September. Just wanted to touch base, those of you that will not be joining us today, as to what you have going on. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some small group activity. We're going to be breaking out into some different groups and working on some different skills based on how you did on your CSA from last week. So what we want to do is just kind of review some of the things that we had worked on that. So Miss McGuire will be taking a group, I'll be taking a group, and then there'll be a third group who'll be kind of working on their own and independently. For those of you at home, those of you that aren't joining us, you will be in that third independent group. And if you go to your classroom and you go to classwork, it'll say review day, and I'll pull up the senior one as an example. It'll just say review day 922, a question of delicacy. This will be your assignment for today. It will take you to an ActivelyLearn article, and it'll pull up here. Remember that if you have a problem logging in, like if it takes you and says no article found, if you just click in the top right corner of your of ActivelyLearn, it'll show your classes. Okay, and from there, then you can select our class. That would be if you have ActivelyLearn, you're using it in a couple, three different classes. So this story here, it really asks you what happens when somebody doesn't trust other people. This is a story about a woman who needs to call the plumber. And she calls around and she gets the name of a plumber and she gets the plumber to come. And then there's a series of events that happen. And all of them stem from the fact that she doesn't trust people. And all of these things, they just kind of pile up, and they stack and they stack and they layer, and they're on top of each other. That leads to a conclusion that you're like, why would you do that? What was your thought process there? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense of what you're doing. The real key to this story will be that idea of characterization, of really looking at characterization and saying, okay, I understand why that character is doing that now. Why did that character make that move? What was the decision they made? That's why they did it. So you really want to think about the characterization and what makes this character tick. Senora Brune, okay? Why does she do the things that she does? We'll see that directly in that she says some things in the dialogue. You also see it through her actions. You can start to surmise some of those character traits. Okay. Again, if you're not familiar with ActivelyLearn, as you read, it stops and asks you some questions along the way. All right. So while you're going through that, it'll give you some different things to stop and kind of think about or to answer. You'll also notice too here that words are highlighted. These are just some helps to help you understand what some of these ideas are. Many of these are self-generated. I know it does have my name at the top, but I didn't generate most of these, okay? And also, too, you can always highlight a word, okay? And after you highlight it, you get this drop-down menu. You don't have to do anything else to it. You can hear it read. You can define it. You can get some extra help if there's a word that you don't really understand. So anyway, that will be your assignment if you are home. Tomorrow we will continue with this theme or this idea of kind of reviewing and kind of refreshing some of the skill sets that we had. And then on Friday, we're going to start to make the transition over to nonfiction. Please make sure you're looking at your RDS to see what's missing and what needs to be done and caught up. Also, too, you will notice in the next day or so, the grades from the CSA and the grades from your narrative essay going in. If you have not done that narrative, obviously, those are a lot of points, so you want to be very careful to get all of those. You don't want things to fall apart or fall away from you, right? So make sure that you are on top of those. And again, if you have any questions, please email me or Miss McGuire so that we can get those answered. Good luck. We'll see you soon.